This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward ahead.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Yeah. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that was good news.
It is the 7th day of May, 2025. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday on the Power Trip. Mark Parrish on his way in. Maybe Carly Zucker a little later. I'm not sure. Cast of thousands, though. I do know that. Let's get her started. We'll break down what happened to your T-Wolves last night. What a rotten game. What happened? We'll find out from all the experts. But first, we'll get some comedy from Norm MacDonald, R.I.P. Norm MacDonald. Power Trip Morning Show on a Wednesday morning. Come on in. I'm glad you're here.
Hey, this occurred to me today. ID, which I had to show it again. There's a strange abbreviation when you think about it. I is short for I. And then D is short for dentification. They could have split that one up a little better, you know? But I watch the TV, I watch the news, make you afraid, the news, you know? Put all these stories on, Iraq, Iran, North Korea, you know, try to scare you, you know? But does it ever really scare you? Like, you ever wake up in the middle of the night, North Korea! That little tiny country across the ocean. I wonder if they'll get me. Plus, didn't MASH settle that like 20 years ago?
On your side, you hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride. I don't care.
It's over. Thanks a lot.
Well, it's definitely over.
It's over.
Didn't you follow Sauce's Twitter last night? Of course it's over.
I had to unfollow him, mute him, print out his tweets, and wipe my A word with him. That's what I did.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, because of your bill of goods. You sold me.
Yeah, that was Corey,
I can't play. It's only one winner.
Corey, too.
Oh, I didn't do it. You did it.
No, you have.
No, I said either way, it's fine with me. And you're like, the Wolves are going to crush. And I'm like,
you
maybe.
said they're going to sweep.
I don't remember saying that.
Well, you can blame me.
I'm glad you said sweep and in 5 because you had a series of tweets last night, of course, that shook the Twin Cities.
Everybody shook.
What?
But you had 2 tweets within 1 minute that kind of blew my mind.
Okay.
The Wolves were absolutely collapsing and they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, right? They couldn't kick a basketball into an ocean.
No, you couldn't fall out of a boat and hit water.
Good morning, Mark Parrish.
Good morning, guys.
Buckle up for these two.
I am ready.
Do you see this?
What's that?
That's the bill of goods you gave me.
And it's signed right there.
It's signed by Meat Sauce.
Right there.
Man.
Right there.
Notarized
Notarized
everything.
by you. Here. Thanks, bitch.
Parrish, check this out. So Sauce tweets while the Wolves are collapsing. Sauce tweets, this will be a sweep.
Yeah. He meant the other team.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Did I?
Within a minute, within 1 minute, the Wolves continued to fall apart. Okay, so right now, in his mind, Warriors 4, Wolves 0, right?
Done, yep.
Right. 1 minute later, when the Wolves played even worse, Minnesota sports always disappoint. The Warriors will win in 5. Just hideous.
Who are the Warriors?
So the Wolves played worse, but somehow are going to find one win.
Well, yeah.
1 minute apart. We gained a win despite continuing to play bad.
The sky was falling, and 30 seconds later, well, we'll get one.
We got one.
We'll get one.
We're going to get one.
It's a gentleman's
We're
sweep.
playing bad, but I changed my mind. We're going to get one.
Yep.
I think I said I think that's when Curry went off the court with his injury. I think they'll win one.
Eric Coldfront?
Yeah. His name. But it's a new dawn. It's a new day.
Yeah, let's talk gambling.
Yeah.
All right, so the Wolves lost last night 99-88, right? Was that the final? They lose game 1 to the Golden State Warriors, right? Steph Curry leaves in the second quarter. He never returns. The Wolves were down 10 or so when he left. Maybe it was 13, whatever it was. And they actually extended the lead and got it up to 23 at one point. We couldn't even beat the backups, right?
No, we could not.
And Buddy Hield started heating up, whatever. We can talk about it for the next 3.5 hours. And just kick everybody's nuts.
Oh,
Yes.
However, let's talk gambling. Steph didn't return, and Steve Kerr flat out said, look, with a hamstring, we don't know, but it's unlikely he's going to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's getting an MRI today. So you're going, wow, what does this series look like if no Steph the rest of the way? The Wolves in game 2, according to DraftKings, 10-point favorites. And despite losing home court and despite losing game 1, are almost the same odds they were before game 1 to win the series. Slightly worse, but I think they were minus 180. Now it's minus 155. So the Wolves still favored to win the series because everybody now expects Curry to miss game 2 and possibly more.
Do we have to actually make baskets to beat the
Eventually,
team?
yes.
Eventually,
Yes.
That's where we struggled last night. Thanks, Sauce.
Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah. It was not good. It was real bad. What did Ant start? 0 for 10? I mean, he couldn't make a shot to save his life. And then they would get a little bit of momentum.
Hush up and listen. Hush. This is written by Deuce.
Sauce, you sold me a bill of goods. Now I want you dead no more. You took my trust, now fuming wolves will lose just like a tum. I wish you took sauce you through. In my heart, you're just a fool. Wolves will fall 4 games in a row.
Wow.
I want you gone. Let's end this show.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was dark.
AI's pissed.
That got weird.
8 hours ago, you tweeted, this has been an absolute waste of time.
It was a waste of time.
It's a waste of time.
8 hours ago, you tweeted, this is so bad.
Yeah, it's true. I stand by everything I tweeted.
7 hours ago, you tweeted, fire the team at halftime.
Stand by that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whole team.
They scored 11 points in the second quarter in a semifinal playoff game. It's embarrassing.
4 games in a row.
7 hours ago, you tweeted, good night, eat S, Minnesota sports, Warriors in 4.
Stand by.
Betrayal.
Speaking of heavy there.
Stand by it.
Lost its heart.
7 hours ago, you tweeted, 11 points in a quarter is so embarrassing. I hate Minnesota sports.
Stand by it.
You know why? You played me like a pawn. Now I'm livid, I won't be around. Rules will fall, no need to explain. I want you down, can't you understand? 4 losses, that's
Can't you understand, Paul?
Yeah, I guess.
Wolves will
No.
stumble, can't you see?
Listen to this.
Sauce, you're trash, you'll disappear. I'm done with you, no more drama. I wish you choke.
My God. That guy wants me dead.
Dude, all
No
I wrote-
more drama, but murder's okay.
Yeah, you're trash.
all I wrote was Sauce sold me a bill of goods and I want him dead.
Jeez.
Hey, when you say 11 points in a quarter is so embarrassing, I hate Minnesota sports. Who is it embarrassing for?
All of us watching. all of them there.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not taking responsibility.
Yeah, I'm not embarrassed.
I
It's
don't
not
feel embarrassed
It's not
at
my
all.
son or anything.
You know who's embarrassed? Rosie in those seats he paid for last night.
Well, hang on.
right.
Sitting front row is something that's available for everyone.
It certainly is.
And obviously, look, it's the Warriors, it's the Wolves. He has every right to spend his own hard-earned money on those tickets, which I assume, let's just leave it at that.
He
They
took
were not
Craig
cheap.
Kilborn and Guardsy.
I'm sure all of them paid for those seats.
Oh, I forgot Charlie Swanson, the Lexus guy.
Isn't it Swenson?
Sammy Samsonite. I was way off. I mean, it's nice of Rosie to go. I'm sure he wants
Was
his
he
money
actually
back.
on the side?
Yeah.
Was he really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, front row.
That seems like that'd be a hard ticket to get.
Yep, unless it's free.
No, I know. Even for Roser, that seems to.
Oh, he's a big deal. He's a Twin Cities icon.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No. Zachary, you were there?
Yeah, I
Not
was.
front row.
I was actually in Guardsy's seat, which was nice.
Yeah,
he
wish you were.
He sent us a text. He's like, he sent us a text, and he said, "Hey, just feel free to stretch out, boys. I'm going to be down here tonight." And sent the picture, and he was like, "Yeah, it's pretty good spot."
What was the atmosphere like? Especially a decent start, right? Back and forth. The Wolves led after one, and we also played like ass in the first quarter and still led. It felt like it was going to be Game 5 of the Lakers series all over again, where we couldn't hit a three. We weren't playing very well, but we were still going to win.
Yeah, I kept having to look up at the scoreboard and remind myself, and really I think everybody in the building had to do the same thing, because there was constant play after play of disappointment. It's like, okay, well, at least we're still winning, barely. And then the second quarter hit, and that's when
that was embarrassing.
That was, I mean, we were all embarrassed. The rosy cheeks all over the place.
Interesting.
You could see him from all the way back.
He was facing the other way.
He got spanked before he showed up.
There was a red sea.
Oh, well, listen, be careful around those. You know what I mean?
Of rosy, embarrassed cheeks at Target Center. Everybody's so embarrassed. But yeah, and then, I will say, it's not, not the more of the hockey guy than the basketball guy. It feels like last night was pretty easy to analyze, regardless of how much basketball knowledge you have. All they needed to do was make moderate
threes.
amount of 3-pointers.
Yes.
Not even like a bad amount of 3-pointers, and they still would have won. The word historic comes to mind, and they're in absolute incompetence. It was the fourth quarter when they finally made one? I took a video of it. I have like multiple videos, because on the board they have the 3-point percentage on the big video screen, and it was 0.0 through most of the game.
0.0.
You can't do that. Ant had 1 point. Ant had 1 point through the fourth quarter.
Mant sounds like a 70s cop show.
Yeah.
Tonight on CBS, Mant.
Son of a bitch called Mant.
Yeah. But he started to...
He doesn't mess around. No monkey business with Mant, right? He doesn't fool around. He gets straight to the point.
And you know what? He smokes. He smokes unfiltered.
Hell yeah.
Coolest accessory possible, right?
Yes, it is.
A cigarette.
Yes.
Yeah. And Mant taught us all of that.
Listen.
Matt loves cigs.
Lissy McSnissy here has a song for you guys.
The team's performance was rough, we know. But every cloud has a silver glow. Wolves might win the series, we can see. But we'll keep pushing through. We won't be defeated.
That's right.
Everyone be cool, don't you forget.
You got this.
We've got this, let's just take it step by step.
Yeah, that's right. The sun's going to rise. The sun's going to rise.
Oh, that's nice.
Stay strong. Keep your head up. Don't get in the craze. The Wolves may win.
That's right.
But we're still the best. believe in us.
So find a way to rest.
AI doesn't understand that I was saying that the Wolves were us.
Yeah, that's brutal. Well, the good thing is I've never heard a playoff series end after one game.
Well, didn't you read Sauce's tweet?
Yeah, no, it's over.
It's over.
And Mark Parrish knows end of playoff series.
I know exactly how they end, and it's not after one game.
Yeah, I say.
Well, hang on. 7 hours ago, Sauce tweeted, "Season over."
Yeah.
Wow.
He was.
Do you think you could?
He was dreaming.
Maybe during a break, just kind of explain how it works.
I think Sauce needs a hug
and
more
bring
than
him back
anything.
up, pull him back up.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm good.
This song, by the way,
it's a new day.
This song is still better than that Prince Viking song that he did. I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
You're right.
Well said.
Yeah, there are those who think that that's why the Lord took him out.
Wow, jeez.
I'm not one of those.
Bad.
Is that
Is
real?
that bad? Huh?
I'm not one of those people. I'm just saying there are people who believe that.
And the Lord had a sense of humor, too,
That's right.
the way he did it.
Parrish, how often when you were growing up, when you were playing hockey at a super high level at a super young age, did you ever just say, like, hey, it's still a sport. Give me a basketball. Let me see if I can shoot that thing. You ever launch it once in a while just to see what you could do?
Yeah.
Shot it, right? With your friends, maybe?
Did my best.
Schoolyard, high school gym, middle school gym, right?
Yep.
The Wolves missed their first 16 threes. So by definition, even you, hockey playing Mark Parrish, could have done better than they did through the first 16 threes.
I bet I could make one in the first 16.
I bet you could too. That's why. That's how bad this was.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, guys.
You might make one.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's a new
performance was
dawn.
rough, man.
10-point favorites in Game 2. No Steph Curry, unless some miracle takes place. We'll see.
Every cloud has a silver lining. It's going to be just fine. And, I don't want to point this out. I hope I'm not starting anything. Zach was at every loss the Wild had.
Oh, no.
I was at, like, 2 wins as well. I was at... They won when I was there, too, in both Vegas and Minnesota.
So you admit it.
So...
This is on you now. Oh,
I did think about that, by the way.
That's all right.
I got to work on that.
Stay strong.
This is great.
Keep your head up,
I
baby.
like this.
See? You got to change your face is what you got to do.
Yeah. Be happy.
Isn't that what Kelly Ripken said?
Yeah. Kelly Ripken,
Yeah.
Cal's wife.
Yep. Save your face. Or change your face.
Be happy.
One or the other.
Who said change your face? Somebody said, Rubio.
Yeah.
Change your face.
Be happy.
Be happy.
Yeah, you have to change your face. Be happy.
How much?
That was more of a South Park character.
We could have used him last night.
Yeah, we could have.
A South Park character?
We could have used Zachary. Zachary, you could have gone out there and launched him.
That's the reason.
I was thinking about it.
You would have done, again, just as bad, if not better.
God, I
but
hope
not
some
worse.
lady. Could we get a lady to spin some plates?
I know. Red
Yeah, what
Panda
was
was the key.
halftime?
I don't know what's going
We
on.
had, like, Wheel Guy. It was not that
What the
great.
hell,
What do you mean?
man?
What's wheel guy? What does that mean?
So,
What's
like,
that?
with a giant wheel, like...
Oh, that's why we lost.
Yeah, it's over.
The crowd was, I mean...
Red Panda,
it was
man.
not
It's
great.
game one.
Yeah,
Get
man.
your life together.
Come on now.
Yeah, wheel
I
guy.
mean, I'm sure the guy's a nice guy, and it was a little bit of talent involved,
Why do you
obviously.
assume that?
But
Yeah, wow.
For God's sake,
Little bit.
screw wheel guy.
But
you're
like
getting
the
weird.
halftime, I mean, we all kind of agreed up in our booth there that there was a lot to be desired.
Yeah, there's a lot to be desired. There were some good A words there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I thought it would have been great to maybe get Rosie out there
Well, Rosie
Wait,
got
he
a
was
good
at the
A-word.
game?
and do his stupid human tricks.
Oh,
I didn't know he was at the game.
Oh.
I would pay an amount of money that would make all of us blush to watch Rosie on a unicycle try to kick plates onto his head.
Yes. Same.
Yes.
I'd love to watch him ride one without a seat on it.
Wow. He'd do that for free.
Yeah.
He just
Wolves
wouldn't pay
lost
for it.
Game 1, 99-88. To the Golden State Warriors. We'll talk more about that. Mark Parrish is here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the
Runs with the ball, eyes on the goal. Through the crowd, he sees the field, his soul. Every step, every move, he's on a roll. His heart beats like a drum.
That's right. Football season's around the corner.
JJ is our quarterback. We know he's the man. JJ's gonna take us all the way to the land.
The promised land, bitch.
JJ.
The fan.
And
Remix. Carbonis wants to fuel your playoff party. Visit one of their 30-plus locations to enjoy delicious pizza and get ready for the playoff run. Find your nearest Carboni's today at carbonispizza.com.
I was busy talking to Sauce and forgot to do my job. Apologies. The forecast was already given.
But hey, we made a plan.
I didn't want you to have to hear it twice.
We made a plan, though.
We sure did, buddy. We're good, right? You got me, right?
I got your code.
I have to publish that in the Star Tribune, is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Have your attorney sign off on it.
Okay, cool.
Wherever he
What's
is.
on your mind, girl? We want to know your schemes.
Yeah, we want to know your schemes, lady.
Do you feel okay? Your eyes tell so much. We're here for you. We won't judge. Just a hug.
Yeah, what's on your mind? We were going to do a bit called What's on Your Mind, remember? And we had people call in.
Oh, yeah, that got greasy, right?
It got greasy.
Well, and then we realized the
danger.
Yeah.
Stargate that we had potentially opened up. Let's,
I'll tell you what, we couldn't do it today.
We can't be responsible for this.
We certainly couldn't do it now.
No, we'd have another meeting.
Yeah. And technically, it wouldn't be our fault, but we would have facilitated the fault, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, let's just move on,
I think maybe like in the back of my mind, it was my fault.
right?
Like, you know.
Yeah, like, hey, let this happen.
Kind of, we're hoping
Yeah,
a
what
little
do you
bit
call
too
that when you
much.
don't think about it unconsciously, subconsciously?
Sure.
Yeah.
Subconsciously,
That's the one, thank you.
You just go after it.
Yeah. Hey, Parrish.
What's up?
Great event the other night.
That was
fun,
so
man.
much
Really cool, yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Loose
very cool.
Line Brewery.
What a great place.
Yes, what an awesome place. With Pete Sauce,
Yeah, the
everybody
manager there's kind of a weirdo. But
He's coming in
he's
today.
a little bit.
I know he's bringing beer.
Yeah, he's questionable. He's suspect, but they are doing an amazing thing for the Parish Family Fund. They have created a beer just for us for Mental Health Month. It's okay to not be okay. We couldn't be happier. And a portion of the proceeds from every can sold is going to go to the Parish Family Fund and help out mental health organizations here in the Twin Cities. So yeah, we could not thank them enough. It was so cool of them to just more or less do it for us. I feel like it just fell into our lap. We just had to show up and smile. And it's such a cool spot that they have there too, right on the Loose Line in Plymouth.
Yeah,
I will not be
Perfect
participating
spot.
as there is no
Well,
evidence
that's obvious.
that charity
Yeah,
works.
we knew that.
Yeah, you were the only one that wasn't there. Zach was there in spirit because he died and left his body for a few
Even
moments.
David showed up.
Yeah,
Dav
David was there. That's only because
why
they
I
had
couldn't
pull
make
tabs.
it.
Yeah,
correct.
It was great seeing Jess and Trish.
Yeah, aren't they the best?
Raspers are the best.
Yeah, man. Jess
Love
is so
them.
hot.
Yes.
Is he the guy who takes huge dumps?
Well, he has. Sure, but that's not all he is. He's not just a huge dumper.
They are very, very solid people.
Yeah, wonderful people.
Yeah, they are average at best. I love them both.
The worst part about it, like if Jess Verasper died today, then tomorrow on the morning show would be like, look, I know 95% of the things we've said about him in the last 20 years have been that he's just taken weekly giant dumps, but he was a really good dude.
Great dude.
We'd have to start with that and go, all right, if you've listened to the show, you've maybe heard us mention Jess from time to time. For those of you trying to catch up, he's the guy who only craps once a week and they seem to be sizable.
Yeah.
But great musician, great dude. You know, just
wonderful.
Right, Chris could go down all of the list of things that he loves about him.
Yeah.
But the listeners would just know that's who Jess Verasper is.
For sure.
That's right.
And
That
that's
is true.
I don't know if that's the legacy he was aiming for.
Well,
I didn't really want to get known for being bought out, but that's kind of what happens sometimes.
Yeah, but at least you get a giant check. I mean,
That's true.
He just gets his, you know,
he gets to be
prostate
empty.
checked.
Yeah. He gets to be empty.
Yeah. He gets to feel a lot better on Thursdays.
I bet his anus is a big flapper. You know what I mean?
See, exactly. This is what I'm talking about. I don't think this is the legacy he wanted to leave, is questioning the size of his opening.
If you eulogize him, Hawk, don't say he has a big flapper.
You'll never know what I said because I'll be crying so hard because you know how I am.
Because he's a great dude.
He's one of my best friends.
But it's
I love him.
buried
Amazing human being.
in the unbelievable stat
Well, I'll
of
tell you
dumping 52 times a year.
On Thursdays.
On Thursdays.
And let me tell you what else is going to be buried. Him, and then you know what'll grow? The biggest tree ever on the planet.
Compost like crazy.
Yeah. It's
Speaking
going
of
to be
that,
crazy.
Did you see Marnie's Instagram?
Is it nudes again?
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
They're building like an outdoor bathroom by her pool, right in the
Are
backyard.
you kidding me?
With a composting toilet. I don't even know what that means.
That means you just crap in the ground. That's all you do.
Stays there.
Yeah, it just smells like tutu.
Look, here's the deal. I understand if you have a backyard pool,
like
you
an
don't want
outhouse.
friends and neighbors and family members just walking through the house, dragging water and whatnot to go to the bathroom. I'm supporting my Marns. I would much, much, much rather have friends and family walk through, get the floor a little wet and dump inside, then just take a backyard dump by my house.
You'd rather have them go in where there's modern plumbing.
Go for it.
Right.
Get rid of it, please.
That's going to smell like the devil's playground.
Yeah.
You know what
Great
it is?
Scott Stapp reference.
Remind us we got to somebody remind us or ourselves to ask her about that on Friday.
I might call her this morning on the show. I got to know.
Composting toilet.
That's just ridiculous.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't
Grow up,
either.
Marnie.
Yeah, grow up, Marnes.
And Dwight's going to lock himself in there and just take deep breaths.
Why would he do that?
Because he loves turds.
No, he does not. Wait a minute. My dad's name's not Dwight. Never mind. I get offended for no reason.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Speaking of composting toilets, the Wolves lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What a composting toilet.
That's why you sit there, Corey.
Speaking of a huge dump in a backyard. Yeah. Yep. Speaking of weekly dumps, the Wolves and their 3-point shooting percentage, they were 5 of 29, 17.2%, which is terrible.
Listen to what Finchie said about Ante.
What is there to talk about? I mean, you're the leader of the team, and you got to come out and set the tone, in all ways that happens. And if your shot's not going, you still have to carry the energy, So I don't think there's... if I got to talk to guys about having the right energy coming into opening second round game, then, we're not on the same page.
Yeah, that was not playoff Ant.
No.
Some of his threes, and he missed his, first
10?
Oh, man, something like that.
I think it was 10, yeah.
He had no 10 field goals in the first quarter? Or in the first half, I mean?
No, he's been rough for 6+ quarters. He kind of had it in the second half of that game, but he was just okay in the closing game against the Lakers.
Yeah, and the thing that was frustrating about yesterday is his threes that he was missing were like bricks.
Back of the rim.
Oh, yeah, just dead.
Yep.
Like, not even close.
No rotation.
And then, and the guys on the broadcast were saying this too. They're like, all right, the Nant's got to get downhill. You got to go finish. You got to draw some fouls. He was missing layups again. I don't understand it. Like, those couple of times that he tried to go left, it's like, that's how I look trying to do a left-handed layup.
No.
It's like, what are you doing, buddy?
He wasn't that bad.
Almost.
A little.
Almost.
He had the, 2 bunnies under the rim. And he couldn't it's like, what the hell?
There just wasn't something going on there between the old ears. I don't know.
The
he just didn't have it.
off.
Man, that was not playoff Ant. That was Mant.
That was Mant.
Mark played for every team, but nobody sees his name in the Hall of Fame. Just a player, no glory, no cup. What's up? What's up?
This is a song written by him.
He wore the jersey, gave it his all.
I don't know if this part's true.
From the Blues to the Flames, he called.
That's not true.
But when the season ended, no one cared. What's up? What's up? Someone please give Mark the cup. Please. Take it silly, let him jump. He played hard, he deserves the ring. What's up? What's up? He's got the scars, the bruises, the pride. In every city, he left his stride.
Not every second.
Still no recognition, no cup.
Well, you're sipping out of that cup.
Yeah, right.
It's just not the Stanley Cup.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? Mark's story's long, it's well known, but still no trophy, no honor shown.
Well, he had honor.
He deserves a moment, a time to shine. What's up? What's up?
We'll do front page sports in a second. The Wolves did lose. It's a disaster. More with Mark Parrish and the rest of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
What's up?
What's up? Welcome back. Here's the new single from Everybody Hates Zach.
Oh.
It's a EDM band.
Zach's name is in every defeat, they say. In every match, he's the reason why we stray. Friends gather round, the tension high. Someone yells if Zach is in the house. A win is a no-go.
Losing to Zach, it's just too much to bear.
So apparently,
So they suggest someone let security know.
he doesn't understand me.
Smoking and drinking to ease the pain. We can all blame Mac. Won't lose. Let's smoke dope and drink booze.
Here we go. Here's the chorus. Listen. This is a pretty good chorus, I have to admit. Listen.
We can all blame Zach when we lose. Let's smoke dope and drink booze. We can all blame Zach when we lose. Let's smoke
Dope and drink booze. But Zach's not the one to blame, you see.
Oh, well, I disagree with that.
No, I disagree.
No, I mean, come
Zach's
on.
fault. He was at the Wolves game last night.
That was every loss. You're there.
Yeah.
Let's
Wow, Zach.
smoke dope and drink booze, though. I'm with that part.
Yeah.
Except for you.
And then-
You're
Yeah,
not invited,
yeah,
Mark.
I'll
Mark,
back
you're not
out.
invited.
I'll back out.
You're not
Thank you.
invited. You got to drive us because we
Yeah,
all
I'm a
smoke dope
DD.
and drink booze.
There we go.
Does anybody drink booze and smoke dope at the same time? Is that something people do?
We call it the spins.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to be careful with that.
I will be. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's real nice
Thanks
of
for
you.
the heads up, man.
Don't think I'm not blaming you still, though. I mean,
Yeah.
even though you gave me good advice right now.
It's good to drink booze and then, like, if you want to, like, when you wake up in the morning to smoke dope, because that can help
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh.
with the
Helps
old
the
hangover. Yeah.
Appreciate
right.
it, man.
Right. Thank you.
Fantastic advice.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll let my dad know.
Genius, yeah.
Daddy.
Your dad smokes dope?
Long dope.
I don't know. I'm just
Do you
going to
think
let
your
him know the
dad's
good
ever
advice.
smoked dope?
0% chance. You know,
I
I
bet he
say
has.
things can't be zero.
Yeah.
That's zero.
How old was your dad in
Zero.
1970?
32.
He was a token it up son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He was token it up with Janis Joplin. Knuckle deep.
Oh, wrong reference.
Right? Isn't that a dope thing?
No.
Okay.
No.
Are you sure?
Might have been a my dad thing at 32.
Might have been. It's definitely a PA thing.
All right, let's do Front Page Sports. There's
Time
a
now
sponsor.
for Front Page Sports. Presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores for a limited time. Buy 2 of your favorite 12-ounce Red Bull flavors and get 1 free. Mix and match any 12-ounce
Hell
Red Bull
yeah.
varieties you want and save. And try, this sounds really good, try White Peach, which is their summer edition today. White Peach Red Bull. That's interesting.
man.
Fox Googled.
Yeah,
that.
White Peach, man.
Holiday. Thanks, Holiday. It is not a euphemism. The Golden State Warriors won 99-88 over the Wolves in Game 1 of the second round of the postseason in the Western Conference. The Wolves shot 5 of 29 from 3, including missing their first 16.
So bad.
That is 17.2% overall. But the main story here, despite losing, is that Steph Curry had 13 points before getting injured, and it's looking like it's extremely unlikely that he plays in Game 2, and it might even be worse than that. He is getting an MRI today on his hamstring, and as his head coach Steve Kerr said, with a hamstring, you never know. That's why they're going to MRI it. But he said, quote, "We don't know yet, but with a hamstring, it's hard to imagine that he would play Thursday." That's tomorrow.
I mean, I don't know if he plays the next 3 or 4 games.
Right. He literally could miss the whole series depending on
easily.
how bad this is.
That's what I read. 7 to 10 days is the general.
Yeah, and they already have swept us by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be over. No.
Hey, what's your name, Parrish?
Yeah.
You've torn every muscle.
Yes, I have.
Is a hamstring, does it actually look like a string? For real?
No, but it's very, very tight. I mean, everything back there.
Say it slow. Is it tight?
And the hamstrings are very, very tough. Yes.
Tight.
And when things go awry with hamstrings, it's extremely painful. You can't do anything. You can't stand up straight. Your back, everything. It literally affects everything.
Could you confirm or deny this? If I have to eat a human at some point, should I start at the hamstring, though? It looks like a very meaty part of the body.
Yeah, right. I go for the quad.
It's toit.
Yeah. But, a little more tender. But yeah, it's a good spot to
Would you
start.
say it's toit?
Yeah, very toit.
So I still feel like Game 1 last night is exactly a combination of Games 2 and 5 against the Lakers. Because when the Lakers won Game 2, I was like, we're all good. We're the better team. We're the deeper team. They just got our D- game and they beat us, and that's fine. Right? Because we had that terrible first quarter and then played well the rest of the time. But still, we didn't play our best and they beat us. Good for them. The Warriors scored 99 points, and their bench is garbage. Kuminga's not good. Looney
99 points, but a bench ain't one.
Yeah, brilliant.
There you go.
Well said, Alex.
Looney does some dirty work, but I'm not afraid of him. Peyton's obviously the best part of the bench.
Who's the one that looks like a cop?
Oh, that's Pat Spencer with the mustache.
Of course it is.
He's not very good.
No.
He was good last night. Beat our ass.
No, he wasn't that good. He only played a couple minutes. Point is we're better, we're deeper, but our bench right now sucks.
Sucks.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker did nothing.
No.
Which one?
No. Terrible. Brilliant.
All three of them.
Yep. Brilliant, Hog.
Nas got a hot late. That was good. Otherwise, it would have been like beyond blowout.
Yep.
He was one that actually started hitting threes. Man, we're getting nothing from DiVincenzo. A little bit of offense, but that's it. We got nothing from Conley, and obviously he's a starter. But man, our 8 deep rotation looked like it was about 4 deep.
Yeah,
and even some of those guys were terrible.
I tried.
And it doesn't help that your superstar can't make bunny layups. That's something that is not going to help you at all. I know he did have 23 points, but he started, I think, 0 for 10 on 3-pointers. He just couldn't miss.
No, overall.
Overall, yeah. But he was just hideous, and he couldn't make a basket. They couldn't get any rhythm. And any time they had any kind of momentum, they would just chuck up a brick 3, and the momentum would be gone.
And Rudy got off to a decent start, right? Ahead a couple of early buckets. The crowd was behind him, and it's like, all right, Rudy's going to really own up to this Draymond-Rudy battle. He's ready. He's ready for it. I think this is so nitpicky, but that's what I do. I think the most frustrating play, maybe for me, for the entire game was, like all of us as fans play Monday morning quarterback, especially with football. And you're like, I would have done this. I would have done that. It's like, of course. It's hard.
Absolutely.
Parrish, you know how it works. In the moment, though, athletes have to make decisions. But when you can sit on your couch and see something happening 4 seconds away and you're like, oh, don't do this. Oh, don't do this. Yeah. And then they do it. You're like, 100%. I saw when Rudy got the ball and the Warriors were playing a little bit of press defense, and I forget who it was on the wing.
It was Dolly Parton.
So Dolly Parton's on the wing.
Yeah. That's why Hawk watched.
And all I could think to I'm like, Rudy, no, don't pass it. Don't pass it. The guy is right there. Don't pass it.
He's in the
Don't
elbow.
pass it. Yeah. And then Rudy tried to, because nobody was coming back to the ball. It's like, first of all, help Rudy out. Yeah. Somebody come get the ball. Yeah. But nobody was. And you could just see Rudy looking at that guy going, I'm throwing it to him. Yeah, the Warriors know that. And then he tossed it right to him. And I'm going, son of a bitch. That was 4 seconds. That was like when the car was falling in Inception. That took an hour, and I knew the car was going to hit the water.
That's what sauce goes back for at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
4 seconds.
Oh, God. Why did Rudy throw that ball?
Counterpoint, Corey. If Dolly Parton is saying, pass me the rock, you're going to give her the rock.
You got to give her the rock
on the court.
And you might want to think, don't you have enough for your own?
Wow. He's not wrong.
I'm sorry, Corey. I can't be serious.
Okay, but look,
I apologize.
Look at this, though. Dolly's been playing ball for probably 7+ decades.
Yeah.
She has to know you can't just stand there and ask for it. You got to go get it.
How does she even dribble? How can she see the ball?
Yeah.
Very talented.
Yeah, she's very talented.
She's all hands.
She's a good ball player.
Yeah.
So the Wolves are 10-point favorites on DraftKings for Game 2, with Curry likely out and maybe beyond that. And they are still favored to win the series at -155. So the betting public is like, look, if Curry ain't playing Game 2 or beyond, the Wolves are going to win this series. Yes. And I still agree. That's why I feel like this is Game 2 of the Lakers series. Cool. We played like ass, and you still only beat us by 11. Yeah. You could have beat us by 50.
Yeah, 50
but you didn't.
Right.
That was the other thing at halftime. 31 points, lowest total of our season, right? 31 points and a half. And you're like, how did we only score 31 points? Lost in that shuffle was we held them to 44 points.
Right.
That's how bad they were.
Correct.
They could have pulled away and been up by 30 at halftime. They were up, what was it? What did I just say? 44? So they were up 13 at halftime.
Yep. And
could have been 30 points.
If Curry's out there, it would have been 30 points.
Maybe.
Right. And
they got our worst, and now they don't have potentially their best player.
But this
We're
can't
winning
continue.
this series.
This can't continue. They played 2 bad games, and they've won one of them, right?
Yeah, statistically, this just cannot continue,
cannot
though.
continue. You're going to, even if Steph Curry's brother plays, you're going to lose if you play like this.
It'll regress to the mean.
But
We'll get back. The variants will come back.
They'll make those threes again, and everybody will be happy.
No, we're good.
Because I don't think anybody really left the building yesterday in dread, which is what a gift. Because if any other year the Wolves were in the playoffs and they came out of the gates with that in Game 1, it would have been skies falling. It would have been Sauce's Twitter, but like for real.
Wait, are you implying that Sauce's tweets aren't actual thoughts? He's just trolling?
Well, no, like for real for everybody else, not just Sauce.
Thank you.
Yeah. But do you believe that Sauce believes those tweets?
Oh, of course. He puts his heart and soul into that phone.
He's got no soul.
Wow. You're mad at the Wolves, not me.
I'm not really.
Who thinks the Warriors are actually going to win this series? Anybody in these two rooms?
Nope. No.
Bleep you.
Wolves are still going to do it.
You know who else thinks they're going to win? My good friends at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com.
Did you ask them?
Never clean your gutters again.
How do you know?
I don't. I'm just guessing because they're in Minnesota.
Dancing under the disco shade.
GutterHelmetMN.com.
Biggies in your pants. Jumping in the row zone.
Oh,
no need for one. Rosie, Rosie, Rosie. Dance, dance, dance. Got your friends, got the groove. Can't you see? Rosie, Rosie, Rosie. Let's go wild. Rose-zone. No time to hide. Music's loud, the crowd's alive with laughter.
Rosie, Rosie, Rosie.
We'll do What Really Matters in a second. Mark Parrish is here. At some point, we can ask him about the end of the Wild season, which feels like we haven't seen you in like 9 months.
Yeah, it's been a little while. But
yeah. What do we do next year? We'll see. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
Inside, just the two of you, feeling free. Rosie's the party, it's what you need. Got those
And the Fan.
Well, things never change.
Ever.
Things never change.
This is like the Munsters meets the B-52s.
Yeah.
That's
So sing like Rock Lobster over the top of this track.
Oh, play with my rock lobster. It smells
mic's
fishy and it's gross, but play with it anyway. I need some sex action.
Sauce hates the B-52s.
He does.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Because he had a problem with the Korean War.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Hawk, you're funny today.
Thanks, buddy. Hey,
Just today?
yeah,
He's funny every day.
Oh, every day. Okay.
well, that's really sweet. I don't think I'm funny every day.
No,
Somebody
you
says
are. All of
I
you are
think
funny
so.
every day.
Thank you, Marco. I'll tell you this. I've got some things for you that I think matter more than what he has.
All right, let's do what really matters in scores and stats around the world of sports and in between. Chris will change your life with something else, and it's brought to you by our friends at Car.
Ba-da-ba-da.
It could be,
Brought to our friends at with cars. If you have a car,
Carbonis and cars and
right,
Zambonis and Mark.
I never know what's happening.
Carbonies.
Yeah. Nobody ever tells me things.
By me.
We have semi-breaking news just a handful of minutes ago.
Beat the music.
What? Did they win? Were we wrong? Did they win?
Ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
Before the draft, Jerry Jones of the Cowboys is like, we're about to make some big deals.
That's a glory hole.
And then nothing happened. And everybody's like, wow, nice wheeling and dealing, Jerry. Nice job there. Well, it looks like they are. The Cowboys are finalizing a trade for wide receiver George Pickens for a third-round pick, and it sounds like a little bit more, but according to Schefter and others, it sounds like the headline is the third-rounder. So, you know how we're like, hey, man, Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh, you're going to have George Pickens and DK Metcalf, a couple of giant targets. Well, one of them just left and went to Dallas.
Yeah.
Good. I really hope Aaron ends up in Pittsburgh with no one.
The follow-up rumor is that they might flip those picks for Brandon Ayuk. But
Brandon Ayuk, really?
the wide receiver from the Niners?
Obviously.
So just completely load up on offense.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like something Jerry would do.
No, sorry. That the Pittsburgh
the
is going to
Steelers.
take
Yeah.
the picks, yeah.
Okay, cool.
They feel he's an upgrade over Pickens.
Is that right?
Slim Pickens?
Oh, I miss him.
Oh, come on, man.
Or Slim
Done
Whitman.
too soon.
I know.
Ugh.
What really matters, though, is this.
Why was it too soon?
Yeah.
Lost one of my more favorite restaurants in St. Cloud.
And it was called Slim Pickens?
Pretty much. Close enough.
Yeah. It's over.
Well, it either was or wasn't.
Well, the slim and the ins part was right.
Okay.
But you got to replace pick with chick.
It's Slim Chickens.
Yes.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. And it's gone now?
St. Cloud didn't do what it needed to do.
My friend owned that place. I got to talk to him.
It's great. I would stop there every time we go to Duluth, and on Thursdays it was like $4.99 for their best meal. Outstanding.
Listen to this, you sweet, sweet sluts.
All ears.
The team behind Parleur, which I guess is a restaurant, will unveil 2 new restaurants on downtown Excelsior's Water Street this summer. Last year, Lester Concepts promised to bring 2 brand new concepts to the main level. Here's the reason I'm bringing it up. One of them is going to have popovers.
Oh, so good.
And I'm obsessed with popovers now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you eat that, Cor?
Yeah.
Wow.
That seems like right up your alley.
Yeah.
It's like warm bread, a little bit of butter.
Yeah.
You put a pinky up your alley.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to be nice to
You did last night, didn't you?
No.
You can be honest.
No.
Sometimes
The Wolves did for me.
Sometimes it hurts so good, right?
That is true. The Wolves basically
the
shoved
Wolves-
a pinky up their alley.
Yeah.
Man, that was more than a pinky.
Yeah, that was a whole
That
fist.
was like
all of it.
Lou Ferrigno's middle finger.
Down boy.
That was like Lou Cove back in the 50s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just knuckle.
Lou Cove is a saint.
He is a saint. You can be a saint and be knuckle.
Yeah, he can be horny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
Saints
dad was once horny.
Saints got to get it on.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, St. Paul Saints bring you news.
In a half hour.
Popovers, man. Somebody bring me a popover. I like Excelsior.
Yeah.
It's a cool place.
Yeah,
And there are
great
going to be
spot.
2 new restaurants right in downtown
Nice.
Excelsior. Looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Let's go.
Yeah, Parleur's a great restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best burger.
But do they have waffle fries like Maynard's?
No, but their fries are pretty damn good, man.
Mirabelle, which will serve nightly dinner and weekend brunch. Popovers.
Isn't Mirabelle the character from Encanto?
Only you would know.
Yeah, wow.
Although I do like that film.
Fantastic.
It's sad,
Of
right?
course it's sad. It's a cartoon.
I've not seen it.
It's not Coco sad, but it's sad.
Yeah. Coco sad.
Coco caught me off guard. That one.
Coco sad.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yes.
Is it
You're
really?
going to cry.
Coco's fantastic.
Yeah, she is the... Yeah, Maribel.
I think Mirabelle's the doll that is haunted.
No, that's...
Your dad.
My dad's a haunted doll?
He plays a doll. He's a real doll.
No, that's... is it...
Annabelle.
Annabelle.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm not watching that movie.
Also Peggy.
Big Sling Blade.
Peggy the doll.
Annabelle, get on there, Annabelle.
French fried taters.
You come over and haunt me. If you go scare me, bring me some French fried taters.
That's pretty good.
So
That was
it's so
actually
good.
pretty good.
His Sling Blade is outstanding.
Thank you.
Pear Bear.
It almost
What's
got
up?
him canned.
Let's go back 24 hours because you weren't here yesterday.
Nope.
The New York Islanders won the NHL draft lottery, a draft lottery that they actually showed live, even though the NBA's told us for 30 years you can't do that. But the NHL found a way to do it.
No, yeah, you can.
You can.
Yeah,
Turns out you can do it.
It's possible. It's not that hard at all, actually. Yeah, it's
Pretty cool.
It's being transparent, actually. Congratulations to the Islanders. Obviously, they were excited.
What do they need?
A little bit of everything.
So best player
Yeah,
available.
they need
Is there
the
a
best
freak in
player
this draft?
available. I don't. Not that I've heard. I can't. There's no
It's a
Celebrini. There was the
No.
top few are defensemen. I haven't heard any.
Not a generational.
No.
On paper talent.
Unfortunately, not like a
Hawk, who are you looking
Celebrini.
at? Who are you eyeing?
Yeah, that's a great point.
Tell you right now.
Oh,
Are you look at Jess Aurora?
that's probably a porn star.
No.
I think it's a combination of a soccer team and Jess Verasper.
That's right. Wow, you really do have it.
Yeah, he knows.
You know
I am
Yeah.
the Power Trip Whisperer.
Yes, he
That's
is.
right, you sure are. You
Anyone
big
else?
baby.
What really matters, though, is this.
Oh, Mamma Mia.
Mama Bear.
That's in the prep. No, Mamma Mia is a movie you're supposed to watch on Mother's Day.
That's right. You're supposed to watch it with your sweet mommy. Give her a big smooch on the side of her cheek and send her on down the road.
Wow. What?
Yeah, on Mother's Day, the best thing to do is kiss her goodbye.
Wow, correct.
Get going, Mom.
Yeah,
Start walking, Mom.
Yeah, bye, Mom.
You know she don't want to say what you're going to be doing to yourself later. Just send her on down the road before you start diddling yourself.
Can't you take Mother's Day off from diddling?
There ain't no days off from diddling yourself. You know that. You get all backed up inside and you go outside with crazy eyes and people are in danger. You know
I hate to do this because, again, I think it's going to ruin it. But
gonna tickle my throat.
Hawk's sling blade and It's weird that I said sauce when I was thinking Sling Blade.
Well, Star used to call
that was a Freudian slip. I was thinking about Sling Blade, and I immediately said the word sauce. No, Hawk's impression of Sling Blade is really good.
But
give it 6 months. It'll devolve.
I know.
What really matters, though, is this.
Robert Duval.
A little bit of Boomhauer in there, too. It'll get there. It'll get there.
You're probably right about that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
see, that's great.
For now.
On this date, in what year do you think the city of New Orleans was founded by the Frenchies? What year do you think it was founded by the Frenchies?
1758.
Good question.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it does feel like 1700s is the right answer.
1738.
Yeah, how do we feel like it's before 1776? I think so.
It has to be.
So let's go like 1740.
I'm going to go 1737.
We're all stupid.
1718. You're all doing very well. That was pretty good. Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Oh, you're right, baby. You did a good job on that one, but I ain't going to do it for you.
The Minnesota Twins won 9-1 over the Orioles. Baltimore had just 3 hits. Correa hit a 2-run home run that went 458 feet. Lopez, 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 11 strikeouts on 98 pitches. Look it up on your phone. His ERA is now 2.18. Same 2 teams tonight. Simeon, Woods, Richardson for the Minnesota Twins, who are now 16-20.
Let's go.
they come.
88 wins. How many we need?
For the over, 85.
85.
I think
Yeah,
it's
they're
better.
better.
I don't think
Better.
they're going to do that.
Behind pace, but we'll see.
Pick it up a
Orlando
little bit. It's
pace.
early. It's early. Here we go, Twins. We got this.
What really matters is this.
That's a great point, Cor.
Oh.
On this date in 1965, Keith Richards, who was 90 at the time, fell asleep in the early hours of the morning while improvising on a new guitar in his hotel room in Clearwater, Florida.
Lovely.
When he woke up, he couldn't remember the riff, but noticed the tape recorder he'd left running and played it back, and there it was. I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Oh, wow.
He'd been high on heroin, and he had written it and fallen asleep, but luckily the tape was rolling, and he got himself some satisfaction.
It's a good message for kids that if you're going to do heroin, make sure you record what you do just in case you come up with brilliance.
Sure,
Don't do heroin to no recording.
Yeah.
Then you're just wasting your time and risking your life.
You're right about that, Cor.
Thank you.
It's heartbreaking thinking about all the lost art due to
the lost art doo-doo. Yeah. You know who goes to that gallery?
Please don't.
Dwight?
No, he does not. He doesn't enjoy it. He's more into Banksy.
Parish hockey trivia on a random Wednesday morning.
I love it. Let's go.
Name the only team in NHL playoff history to win 5 consecutive games that they trailed in. 5 straight comeback wins.
Edmonton Oilers?
You watched the news. Yes, last night.
Maybe he just knew it.
Last night, the Edmonton Oilers won 4-2 over the Vegas Golden Knights. That is their 5th straight comeback win, and that is the first time in NHL postseason history a team has come back in 5 straight games.
Their third periods are nasty. They're plus 10, I think, in goal differential through the playoffs. And obviously, you've got a Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. And when you've got to score goals. Edmonton Oilers are just too high-powered, and as good as Vegas is, and that was, I think since 2021, they were 31 or 32-0. The Vegas Golden Knights when leading by 2 goals in the playoffs. But that doesn't matter when you're playing against Connor McDavid. And he turned it on, and next thing you know, Draisaitl gets hot. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, they're just such a high-power offense that you need to score more than a couple goals. And you need, especially right now, you need almost a 3-4 goal lead going into the third period. The third periods, they absolutely own.
Vegas knew those guys were coming, and they couldn't stop them.
You can't help it. They were exhausted.
And they knew that was, they'd done it the previous 4 games, and they still couldn't.
And you can,
unbelievable.
You can see the speed is just overwhelming. They just sit back. You can't handle his speed. They're so exhausted after every shift with them that they're just going for changes. Like they didn't even have any. They got 1 shot in the second period because Edmonton is just flying right now.
Pear Bear, your parish teams versus the field, right? The bet that Sauce and I have every year. You only have 2 teams left.
Yeah.
The Florida Panthers, who are down 1-0 to Toronto, and Dallas, who is going to take on Winnipeg starting tonight. How do you feel about your 2 versus my 6?
Dallas has got to be the favorite right now, I would think, in the West.
Carolina,
Yeah, I mean, just getting past Colorado, obviously the addition of Mikko Rantanen, doing what they're doing without their best offensive player, Jason Robertson, and their number 1 defenseman, Mikko Heiskanen, is absolutely incredible.
How long are they supposed to be out?
I know Robertson is scheduled to be back at some point this round. I haven't heard an update on Heiskanen, but he was a week to week, I think, in the first round. So he's still. And nowadays they're gonna try and keep that as quiet as they can. So it's just kind of a surprise. But Dallas is deep. Jake Ottinger, the mini boy, looks incredible. Obviously, Florida out east is another big favorite. So that being said, right now, even though Sauce only has 2. They're the big boys on both sides.
Great.
The big boy is
all right. More of what really matters after this. Power 2 Morning Show fan.
Get ready, Minnesota. Get ready.
Okay.
The legendary Bryan Adams is bringing his Roll with the Punches tour to Target Center on November 26th. That's Bryan Adams featuring hits like
About all our younger years.
And
I got my first real 6-string.
Don't miss this epic night of rock anthems and unforgettable hits.
Death.
He sings that?
It isn't like this film is the first troublesome thing to come out of Canada. Let us not forget Bryan Adams.
No, the Canadian government has apologized for Bryan Adams on several occasions.
Please don't make your pinky stinky.
I didn't know he sang
Hear
that.
songs like that one.
That was a B-side.
That's a Neil Girardeau hit.
Oh, yeah.
Tickets are on sale now. More info at KFAN.com, keyword calendar. Bryan Adams.
I was just wondering what Bryan Adams was up to.
The brand new Pope. Oh, can you pick the brand new Pope?
That's a song?
That's a brand new song from Bryan Adams.
Yeah, that's really brand new.
What happens if during this conclave they just say, let's give it to Bryan Adams? I know he hasn't gone through the proper protocol, but like he seems like a good guy. He seems like a man of God. Let's just shoot him right from the minors to the big leagues, just like Rosie going straight to WCCO.
I like the thought.
Yeah, they just
I like the thought too.
And how they have to like pick their names. It wouldn't be Pope Bryan, right, or Pope Adams.
No.
You have to like pick something else.
Pope Rockin Johnnie.
Right, so it'd be like Pope Rockin Johnnie.
I think you're onto something, Hawk.
Yeah.
There was already a Pope Rockin Johnnie.
Pope Rockin Johnnie the second.
Yeah. And they don't like getting original with names. They like taking.
That's true.
They really don't.
Would he be the first Canadian Pope?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Probably first North American Pope, really.
Yeah.
Man.
I still will say. By the way, Jonathan Lithgow almost had it,
it was close.
Yeah, it was close.
Very close. Yeah.
But
almost stole it.
I still will say that line on Weekend Update, that's
fantastic.
That was a great over Colin's dead body. Made me laugh out loud.
Yep.
Probably scared my neighbors.
Very good. All right, let's do more of what really matters. Scores and stats around the world of sports. Chris will change your life with something else.
Yeah, I'll do it for you, Cor.
The Warriors beat the Wolves 99-88 in Game 1. The Wolves were terrible from 3. Steph Curry got hurt. He's out for Game 2. Overwhelmingly likely, at least. I guess that's not official. But Steph Curry, apparently, according to Steve Kerr, unlikely to play in Game 2. But MRI set for today on his hamstring. He only played like a quarter and a half. Scored 13 points, launched a couple of threes that were cool, but then he got hurt. Hamstrings are a pain in the butt, no pun intended. Game 2 is tomorrow, and the Wolves, because Curry's unlikely to play, 10-point favorites. And they're still favored to win the series. What really matters is this.
I don't remember this happening, but it was on this day in 1996. I don't remember this happening at all.
I remember 96.
Me too, but just barely. Martin Lawrence was hospitalized after suffering a nervous breakdown. He ran into traffic yelling at cars and screaming, "Fight the establishment," and the cops found a gun in his pants pocket.
Yeah, long time, kind of like, that was his story, was mental breakdown.
No kidding. I don't remember that at all.
I forget the movie that like was his, quote, big comeback, but he got his feet set again. But people were worried about Martin Lawrence for a long time.
Wild Hogs.
Point Break?
Yeah, Hawk loves that film.
I do like Wild Hogs. It's better than you guys think it is.
Yeah, you also like Big Mama's House?
I like Big Mama's.
Yeah, yes you do.
Yes.
Back Door.
Very true.
Your mic's on.
Big Mama's Back Door is their sequel.
Oh.
It's very very specific.
Careful.
It's very specific.
Sovereignty.
She needs some help.
Sovereignty will not run the Preakness.
Oh,
so the
no.
Triple Crown is dead. The plan is to run the Belmont, though, which is the third race on June 7th. This is already the fourth time since Justify won the Triple Crown in 2018 that the Derby winner will not run the Preakness. And the big steam online from horse racing fans and horse racing experts and horse racing journalists is that the problem isn't the horses or the owners, it's the schedule. They have advocated to move the Preakness back.
Right.
So the Triple Crown is more like a month in between races as opposed to 2 weeks and then 3 weeks.
Better for the horses.
Yeah, so they're saying give the horses more time, and then we'll see all of the top horses run in all of the 3 races. But the schedule's too tight, and the owners don't want to risk it.
Well, I'm saying that's the way it's always been, right?
It has been the way it's always been, but now the horse owners don't think it's worth risking them
It's
2
interesting,
weeks
though,
later.
right? Because horses probably run every day.
Yeah, I don't know.
They probably love it.
There must be a reason, though, that they think a 2 week turnaround
Loan
and the
management.
travel.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Loan management. Are they taking out
Loans.
loans? Like student loans?
Yes.
Oh, man.
They probably get some pretty crappy rates.
Probably do.
Yeah.
because they're horses.
When it comes to horses, they get
It's hard to
great
punch in the
rates.
ATM code.
Yeah, that's sad.
And unless you're like one of those mares that they want to...
Like Mary Goldie Wilson.
Like
Which, by the way, did you see
breeder?
that every single horse in the Kentucky Derby this year was a descendant of...
Secretariat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like we're all descendants of Genghis Khan.
I
We really
wish.
are. We are.
Yeah.
A lot
pretty
of
much.
us are. Yeah, because he got it on.
Yeah.
He got it
Hey,
on.
and
They're on the step.
Britney Spears and Gerald Ford are 19th cousins.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, I'll be darned.
I can see the resemblance,
Is
especially
that right?
now.
Didn't he die today?
Like already this morning?
Today.
Yeah.
Great SNL bit.
Gerald Ford died
So
today.
good.
It was delicious.
Such a great bit.
He was eaten by wolves. Is it my turn or your turn?
I think it's probably mine.
What really matters is this.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate your participation.
Thanks.
On this date in 1987, it was Shelley Long's final episode of Cheers. After teasing the romantic tension between Sam and Diane for the first 5 seasons of the show, Diane called off their wedding and left her job to finish her novel. She eventually returned to put the final nail in the coffin of her relationship with Sam on the series finale. What's-her-face came in after 2 Men and a Baby.
Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, Kirstie Alley. And the show just wasn't the same. It was still good. It just wasn't the same. Even though Shelley Long always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And, you know, I like to be rubbed the wrong way sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Every day.
But the show was just better when she was on. Do you guys remember that show very well?
Oh, yeah.
Parents loved that one.
It was a great show.
Yes.
Does
Every night, that and MASH.
Oh, God, MASH.
Terrible.
MASH was so good.
Did Shelley Long ever go on to say whether or not she regretted leaving?
I don't think she ever admitted it, but I know she left for a film career.
And it just didn't work
She
out,
did a
really.
couple films, like she did one with Tom Hanks.
Money Pit, which is
yeah.
A+. That's a great movie.
Money Pit.
Super
Money Pit,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, that back in the day when the Cheers theme song came on, you knew you were up too late. When
so-
yeah, It was
ER is my
10:35.
version of that.
Yes, correct. You're like, oh God, how late is it?
Which ER's theme is the best.
Give us a little bit of that, Zach.
Wait, no, that's...
ER, get in the emergency room.
Here, get your typewriter out, Hawk. Do you know whose favorite show is ER?
Your sister's.
My sister. She loves ER.
That's because of Noah Wiley.
Yeah, I think
He was dreamy,
she just
dreamy.
loves it.
And George Clooney.
Watches it all the time.
George?
George?
Is he related to Jar Jar Binks?
Yes.
Brilliant. That was Jar Jar Binks is terrible.
Yeah, sorry I was racist against the Gungans. I shouldn't do their accent. They might get mad.
You're going to get emails.
Oh, no, not from the Gungans. God, he was the worst.
Oh, the worst.
Ugh.
What's worse, him or the Metachlorian line?
Yes. Anything else you want Hawk to put in the book?
No, that's it. Thanks, Hawk.
Hold on, I'm putting a couple extra things in.
All right, so Kelly likes ER.
Yep.
And his head was huge.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, my God. How many chapters have you written? You buried the lead if that finally
It's
in there.
It is the final cliff note and a cliffhanger in every chapter.
Oh.
Is whether or not his head is still big.
Got it. Like, has he had it reduced yet? No, not yet.
Yep.
No.
Nope. The only way to reduce it is to lap it off.
Oh.
Is it my turn?
I know it's mine, buddy.
What really matters is this.
Do you know they're gambling their actual odds on who the next pope is going to be?
What are the odds on Bryan Adams?
Pretty low.
Yeah.
Will you give me 10,000 to 1? Your $10,000 to my $1?
No.
Oh, Hawk, you got to go like at least 100.
I could say, I'll do 100 to 1.
100,000 to 1.
Bookmakers say the odds-on favorite to be the next pope is now a close race between two cardinals, Rick Pitino
and Albert Pujols. Get it?
Over 130 cardinals are
Mark McGuire
convening at the Vatican today to select a replacement for Pope Francis, who died last month at the age of 88. Since the Pope's death, betting platforms around the world have been placing odds on who will likely be his successor. And the lead is Cardinal Pietro Parolin, a 70-year-old Vatican diplomat, and the Pope's Secretary of State. And a close second is 67-year-old Filipino Cardinal. Oh, wait, that's not his name. Filipino Cardinal.
It looked like an Italian first name.
Brilliant, Hawk.
You somehow pissed off Filipinos and Italians.
You're getting emails.
You're getting emails.
You thought Corey was racist.
Yeah, I ripped a fictional race.
67-year-old Filipino Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, who has been called, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say it because it's a news story. He has been called the Asian Francis because of his commitment to social justice.
Yeah, I think it would be the first Asian pope if he's elected.
That is exactly right.
So there's a dark horse there if you want to.
Yeah, you can put a little money on it. Yep.
Yeah, let's gamble on it.
Man, you guys should watch Conclave. Good film.
It's
really good, right?
Yes, I enjoyed it.
Me too.
It's very interesting.
I'm gonna go for Filipino Cardinal. I don't know how I get out of bed in the mornings.
Florida Gator basketball coach Todd Golden agreed to a 6-year, $40.5 million extension. He just won the national championship. He's 39. That was the youngest coach to lead a team to the title since Jim Valvano in 1983. Ooh. So Todd Golden now in the top 5 annual salaries in college basketball.
Bob?
Here's Coach.
Oh, all right, Todd, a couple of questions.
Hell yeah! Wow. Todd's pumped.
Question.
What really matters is this.
You make a great point, Corey, and nobody's going to deny it, okay? Well done. Would you like to have a thingy?
Yeah, sure.
All right, good.
I'll take 2.
On this date, it was 1999. The Jenny Jones show. A jury ordered them to pay more than $25 million to the family of Scott Emmiter, who was shot to death after revealing a secret crush on a homophobic Jonathan Schmitz, a fellow guest on the show. I guess it was later overturned. I never knew the outcome of that situation, other than the gentleman died, obviously. Mm-hmm. But apparently, they overturned the ruling, saying the show wasn't responsible for what its guests did after the appearances. So during the appearance, yes, they were responsible. After the appearances were over, the show was not responsible for it. So
kind of makes sense.
Yeah, kind of does. Yeah,
legally speaking, yeah, of course.
Yeah, right.
There's I think it's on Netflix. There's a really good documentary on that whole situation.
Really?
What's it called?
Jenny Jones and the problem she's caused.
Oh, so she caused it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
all her.
The cliffhanger. You don't know that.
And his head is
so it's a question mark?
Large.
Yeah, I don't know if you know what a cliffhanger is. Paul, your hands up.
Jenny Jones, Woodhawk.
1,000,000,000%.
Yeah.
Me and Mrs. Jones.
Yeah.
We got a stink going on.
Yeah.
She was on Press Your Luck once.
It helped. You're too horny today.
I'm not. I don't know why I said stink. Why does that sound horny to you? Oh, because of your pinky?
Oh.
Hold on.
Is it weird sitting right next to your uncle knowing that he knows you've shoved a pinky in your own ass?
I mean,
is that weird? Your uncle's right next to. I mean, I don't know what Pete Sauce is into. Maybe he's into some weird stuff, so maybe he thinks that's tame.
Runs in the family.
It's weird that you're 3 feet away and you have to be like uncomfortable knowing that he knows that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I mean, your dad knows. Everybody that listens knows.
Yeah.
Whole town knows.
Whole town knows.
Hey,
I don't care.
ask Pete.
Pete doesn't seem to care.
No.
Whole town knows indeed.
He wants to go wash his hands now because he shook his hand.
Lucky.
He asked Pete Sauce, how tall is he?
Pete Sauce, how tall are you?
6'3".
You seem bigger than that.
That's kind.
Yeah.
That's a huge bitch.
6'5" in heels, yeah.
Okay, got it.
6'5" in heels. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Why'd you get all the looks in the family?
Oh.
I don't know. Just lucky.
Yeah.
What are you saying about his brother?
adopted.
What are you saying about his brother?
I'm mad at my lover right now.
Why?
Because he won't return my calls.
Oh, he's probably scared.
He's holding out on you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, the Timberwolves lost to the Warriors in Game 1. They couldn't hit a 3 at all, just like Game 5 against the Lakers. Just terrible. Ugh. Just brutal. But again,
turn it around,
tomorrow's
baby.
another day. Looks like no Curry in Game 2, and maybe beyond that. We'll see. The news is next. Mark Parrish is here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.